Western culture is a lack of really conscious rites of passage. But we come up with stuff anyway, and I think when I was growing up in Shaker Heights as a little teeny bopper, one of the rites of passage was that you had to hitch to Coventry. So this is called Passage. Remember, the Point building on Coventry was never pointing at you. It was too hip to bother with you and your 13-year-old pals. Too busy sailing or docking somewhere much more intoxicating than any place you'd ever been. Coventry wasn't Huff burning, and it wasn't the Ganges or the river Styx, but it was a sidewalk crack that could crack your mama's back. And the Point building was a pirate ship steered by glassy-eyed hippies. Best way to get there was to skip class, row your hitchhiking thumbs into badass Cleveland Heights till you were rocking past cop cars on clouds of patchouli. Oh man, remember those gold-hooped, bandana-headed clerks at the Generation Gap? The way they lounged around like sunstone cats at the end of a long pier of landlubber jeans? You tried so hard to be welcomed aboard, but nobody shouted, "Ahoy!" when you skulked through the door. Nobody called you matey. You should have known by then. Even the pet store parakeet down the street had cussed at you like a ghetto jazz man when you flashed him a peace sign. And the Hell's Angels revving up in front of the Seesaw Cafe didn't even look when you shook your booty at him while crossing on red. In a last-ditch effort, you tried to flirt with the clerks at the Generation Gap, but they just yawned and drawled, "We don't serve teeny boppers in this establishment." And finally, "Teeny boppers, you are getting on our nerves." You understand all that now, but back then, you may as well have been the kosher chickens across the street who could give a flying fuck about your rite of passage. They were too busy getting their thighs prayed over and their heads chopped off.